Hi and welcome back to my channel. My name is Ulrike and I am a key beauty and skincare content creator and just general skincare enthusiast. And today I am very skincare enthusiastic because my favorite indie brand from Europe, from Hungary, Geek Gorgeous, has brought out 2 new moisturizers. Finally, they have moisturizers. And I've tried them out the past weeks and wanted to share a review and also explain which one is right for which skin type and talk a little bit about the ingredients and all the good things you need to know about these new skincare launches. Geek Gorgeous, in case you don't know yet, is an indie brand, a skincare indie brand, sort of a science-based, science-backed, minimalist skincare brand based in Hungary. I did a whole video on all of their products so far. So if you are curious about the other products, they have really fantastic liquid exfoliants. They have a lot of sort of parallel products to the ordinary products, but I honestly always feel that they are a lot better formulated than the ordinary products. So they also have a 2% BHA, salicylic acid serum. They have a vitamin C serum, C Glow, that is super popular. And the price point is not that much higher than the ordinary, especially since the ordinary, from my point of view, seems to keep raising their prices, ? So I just always found them the superior formula, especially when it comes to the textures. I have a problem with the ordinary textures, just always being a little bit uncomfortable on my skin. They're kind of tacky. They don't really sink into skin. They tend to ball up a lot from the products that I've tried. Anyway, I just consider Geek Gorgeous the superior option when it comes to these types of one ingredient focused, science-backed, minimalist formulas. And now, for the first time ever, they have 2 new moisturizers, these 2. It's interesting because they are 50 ml, so it's the regular size, but for some reason, the bottles look really small. There they are. So the 2 moisturizers are called Hydration Station and Happier Barrier. And because I saw on Instagram that a couple of people were a little bit confused which one is which one is for what skin type, I just wanted to give you a little overview and a little review also of my own experience so that you can choose the right moisturizer for your skin type and also for your skin concerns. Both of these are really, really affordable. They both cost, I think, under 10 euros, I believe. And for that price, the quality, as is always the case with Geek Gorgeous, is, guys, they're quite good. So let's get into Hydration Station first. So Hydration Station is the lighter moisturizer out of this moisturizer duo. It has a very light gel texture, but it's still, I'll make sure to show you, of course, a texture shot. It still feels quite rich. It's kind of hard to describe, but I would say it just doesn't feel as watery or water-based as sometimes gel textures can, where you just feel you get mostly just hydration, but not much moisturization, if you know what I mean. This one, Hydration Station, definitely still has a certain nourishing and rich effect on the skin, but it just doesn't feel super heavy. The texture is so pleasant. But let's first get into the ingredients before I rave about it. So the main ingredient that gives humectant goodness, so hydrating goodness to the skin in Hydration Station, why did I have to look up that name again? Hydration Station is glycerin. Hydration Station contains 5% glycerin, which is kind of an ideal concentration, really, where you get a lot of humectant goodness without too much stickiness. Because the thing about glycerin is if it's too high of a concentration in a not well-rounded formula, it can feel sticky on the skin. You might notice this especially with those humectant toners. If they have too much hyaluronic acid as well, just in general, if the humectant content is too high, sometimes the formula can feel very tacky and sticky. Now, for some things we want that, but for maybe your cream, not necessarily. So 5% glycerin, a humectant, a so-called water-grabbing ingredient, so it helps maintain the moisture levels of the skin and draws moisture into the outer layers of the skin. Plus, this also contains 1% ectoin, or ectoin, I guess is how you would pronounce that. Now, ectoin is a really interesting ingredient, actually. Strangely, I don't really see a lot of people talk about ectoin. And I've also, for instance, never really seen it much in Korean skincare. It is quite common in European skincare brands, and it's a really, really beneficial ingredient. First of all, ectoin is an emollient, so it is one of those ingredients that keeps your skin subtle and helps maintain the moisture in the skin, and it sort of softens the skin as well. Plus, it is also an antioxidant, and it apparently can help to stabilize the humectants in the formula and sort of help maintain the moisture balance, the water balance of the skin. So it helps prevent transepidermal water loss. So the ectoin concentration, in case you're wondering, Geek Gorgeous is always very transparent when it comes to the concentration of their main ingredients or key ingredients. It's 1%. Now, I'm not a cosmetics formulator, so I can't tell you if 1% is ideal. I know this about glycerin, that 5% is really good, but for ectoin, I couldn't tell you what the perfect formula or concentration is. Just be aware that high percentages don't always mean that it's somehow a better or richer or more luxurious formula. Some ingredients work better in a lower percentage. So I kind of trust Geek Gorgeous with the 1% that it still does what it needs to do. Their stressless serum also, quote unquote, only contains, I think, 1% beta glucan, and it's super, super hydrating. So, I wouldn't ever judge a formula on quote unquote low percentages. I just see this a lot on TikTok, so I wanted to clarify it. Apart from the ectoin, this also contains a humectant sugar molecule trio called Aquazyl, or Aquazyl is probably how you would say that. Aquazyl, I've actually seen floating around in a lot of Korean formulas as well. Apparently, it is a very well-researched, again, mostly humectant ingredient that seems to be especially good at, just like the ectoin, at maintaining the correct water balance and sort of increase absorption levels when it comes to hydration of the skin. So everything about this is kind of just focused really strongly on hydrating the skin and maintaining its plumpness and its hydration levels. And you can really, really tell when you use Hydration Station. Hydration Station definitely is best for, I would say, normal skin, combo skin, oilier skin types, and also for anyone who's really strongly dehydrated, because that is its main function. It replenishes moisture and hydration to the skin. As I've said, even though it is a gel moisturizer, I wouldn't consider it to be super, super lightweight. It is light. It melts into skin so beautifully. I was really impressed with the texture. I'm always impressed with the Geek Gorgeous textures, but especially for this moisturizer, given how affordable it is. Again, it's under 10 euros. Did I write down the price? For some reason, I didn't. I'll look it up and make sure to add it in the description box. But it is, I think, around 9 or 10 euros. For a 50 ml tube, that's super, super cheap. And for that, the quality is really there. It is a very minimalist formula, so don't expect any, frilly, luxurious, intense, sort of fragrant formula. It is fragrance-free, alcohol-free, minimalist. That is the branding of Geek Gorgeous. But because of that, it will work for a variety of skin types. If you have sensitive skin in the normal to oily skin type spectrum, this is a wonderful moisturizer. I also feel that men will really like this because it is so no-nonsense. And I think it will also work very well for younger skin types, for teenagers who are just starting out with their skincare routine. I also think this could work really well for people with more acne-prone skin because it does help if your moisture barrier is compromised. It just keeps everything really well hydrated and moisturized because, again, it is not just a watery gel. It has a bit more substance to it, but it doesn't overwhelm the skin and it doesn't feel fatty at all. It doesn't feel too oily, too greasy. It is a very, how can I say that? A very straightforward moisturizer that I really think will appeal to anyone who doesn't need much more than the basic functions for moisturizer. And honestly, that is kind of where the trend is going in skincare. We don't really look for super complex or complicated formulas anymore. So this really does the trick. It kind of is reminiscent of French pharmacy or European pharmacy moisturizers, and I really, really love it. Out of the two, I'm already gonna preemptively say that before I talk about the other moisturizer, given that my skin is more combo skin, mature combo skin. Hydration Station is definitely my favorite because it just sinks in really fast. It doesn't leave a residue. It works well under makeup as well. And it just has the exact right texture that I love, which is a gel-based texture that still provides a little bit more than just basic hydration because I need a little bit more at 43, you know. The second moisturizer that Geek Gorgeous launched is Happier Barrier. And of course, the name kind of already points to that. This one is all about barrier, skin barrier restoration and helping skin that has a damaged skin barrier. This is definitely the richer moisturizer out of the two, and it definitely is on the verge of maybe being too rich for my skin type. So be aware that Happier Barrier was not specifically formulated for my skin. Rich moisturizers can work for my skin. For instance, I'm a huge fan of the Istura Barrier cream. That works really well, even though it's intensely rich and nourishing. But they can also sometimes be a little bit too much for me. So I certainly was careful when I started using it. I used it at night to just see what it can do. And I kind of was just hyper aware that maybe I needed to be very neutral about this moisturizer because it might actually just not be the right moisturizer for me. Having preempted that, I'm not rating this badly. I'm just saying certain things that I say need to be put in the context of this is not actually a moisturizer that was meant for my skin type. All right, so Happier Barrier. The formula of this, certainly very rich. It has a sort of silky, richer quality to it. Not balm-like. It still feels like an elegant cream, but you really notice the occlusive and strongly emollient qualities of this moisturizer. This contains 10% squalane. Squalane is a sort of like, most people call it an oil. It technically isn't an oil, but it is an oil-like substance. And it also is usually very well tolerated by all skin types because it is a substance that naturally occurs in the sebum or in the oils, the natural oils of our skin. So it usually doesn't cause breakouts even if you're oilier because, again, your skin recognizes it as similar to what is already sort of coating your skin. Happier Barrier also contains a lipid mixture that is similar to the natural lipid barrier of your skin, which is a part of your skin barrier, and it sort of mimics the same composition, and thus it is also very well tolerated, just as the squalane. Plus, this also contains ceramides, and ceramides are also a natural part of your skin barrier. They keep your skin nice and supple and well moisturized. Happier Barrier also contains green tea extract, which is rich in polyphenols, so in antioxidant plant compounds. So it is also really good for anti-aging or smart aging care. And green tea is also a very soothing ingredient. So when it comes to who or which skin type best suits happier barrier, obviously those with a compromised skin barrier, who have sensitive skin, dry skin, very dry skin, flaky skin. It can also, I think, work for normal skin and anyone who is very easily sensitive or sensitized to certain ingredients. Just like Hydration Station, this is a minimalist formula, alcohol-free, fragrance-free, and both of these moisturizers are also vegan. The entire Geek and Gorgeous collection is vegan and cruelty-free. This is definitely a richer, far more emollient and more nourishing formula. I think for my skin, it is a little bit too much. As winter progresses, I might reach for this more often, especially at nighttime. This does not work for me as a daytime moisturizer because it does take a little bit to sink in for my skin. I think if you have dry skin or if you need a lot of moisture, it will probably sink in a lot faster. But just for me personally, it always took a little bit until I felt, oh yeah, now it's all gone, you know. It always left a little bit of a film at first. And so I wouldn't be able to use it in the morning because I kind of wanted to be quick and I want my makeup to go on quickly. And I honestly, if I'm honest, I don't think this would work well for me as a makeup base. Now, I don't want to give the wrong impression here that this is super sticky or super heavy. It still is an overall very elegant formula. Just again, for my combo skin, I just felt it always took a while to fully sink in compared to Hydration Station, which sinks in like that. The Hydration Station just works so much better for me. And especially again on the makeup for daytime moisturizer, I would always choose Hydration Station over Happier Barrier. For nighttime, I still kind of feel once we're in the full throngs of winter and super, super cold weather, I might go for Happier Barrier because it certainly gives you that emollient and occlusive feeling where you just feel it really provides a barrier from the outside dryness, and it will certainly do a good job overnight to keep your skin nicely protected from hydration loss. It is also definitely super soothing. It is such a lovely minimalist formula. So I'm not knocking it down. I'm just kind of, I guess, warning those people who have combo skin or oilier skin like me. I would say even if you have a compromised skin barrier, personally, I would still choose Hydration Station. To me, it just works much better. And I do feel it is a little bit, a tiny, teeny bit more elegant, I would say. So in conclusion, I like both of these moisturizers, but Hydration Station just kind of wins in terms of the formula. I just find it a little bit more pleasant and a little bit easier to work with. But both of them, I think, work really well overall, and they're packed full with so many good ingredients and also high quality ingredients. And for the low price point that you can get them at, it's just, I really don't know how Geek and Gorgeous does it, but it is something that a lot of brands, I think, can learn from because they always manage to provide really high quality while at the same time providing textures and formulas that really work so, so well and are just so well formulated overall. So as always with Geek and Gorgeous, I'm just really, really happy with these two products. Hydration Station is kind of my first love, but that might also be because I have combo skin. So again, Hydration Station gel texture, best for normal to oily skin, and also really good if you want a more lightweight texture because it is gel based. And then Happier Barrier is the richer, more hydrating, more moisturizing skin barrier replenishing and restoring moisturizer that I would recommend mostly for dry to very dry skin. It's quite rich. It does take a tiny, teeny bit to sink in, but it also does really help with lots of hydration. And it just has so many really good, strong ingredients that really help to support your skin barrier, that to me, this is still a really fantastic moisturizer. Both of them are, especially for their price. So thumbs up for both. But again, Hydration Station is the one that I personally preferred with my combo skin. And because I'm about to lose my voice and have been coughing like crazy in between takes, I think this is a good moment to end the video. I hope this was helpful in choosing which of the new moisturizers might be best suited for your skin type. I really hope if you haven't given Geek Gorgeous a try yet, that you will, because they're so fantastic. Check out my other video where I review all of the other products. There are very few products that I don't really strongly love. So many good ones. So check out that other video, and yeah, give those 2 moisturizers a try. They're really affordable, so you can't really go wrong with either of them. Again, Hydration Station, to me, a little bit better, but both, I think, Geek Gorgeous did a great job. So I hope this video was helpful, even though I am still a little bit sick and my brain is not 100% functioning, which I will probably find out when I edit this together. If you found this video helpful, it would be great if you could give it a thumbs up. It would be even better and really, really highly appreciated by me if you could subscribe to my channel so that I can grow it and have more opportunities to be a creator on this platform. And I really hope to see you again in the next video, hopefully next week. I just hope I'm gonna finally be healthy again, because it's really annoying to be sick. And I hope my brain and my voice will be better off by then. And I see you then, and until then, take care. Bye.